Welcome, witches, wizards, muggles, no magies, Adlen no magique. I am Victoria Maclean, bringing Hogwarts to you every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. GMT time here on my YouTube channel. Now today I have a very interesting topic to discuss. I did a poll a couple of days ago and 80% of you asked if you could hear about my Guinness World Record attempt. So, for me, this is where the magic starts. So I guess you have a lot of questions. Where do I start? Okay, so a while ago, I say okay so a lot, don't I? But it's when I'm nervous to talk about a subject, I'm a bit nervous about, I feel a bit vulnerable. A while ago now, a few years back, I liked the idea of trying for the Guinness World Records. Now I'd heard of, obviously, this gentleman in Mexico, Asher, had broken the record, and I thought I could do the same, but I was wrong. Back then, we're talking a good few years ago, I didn't have nearly enough items to beat him. And it wasn't so much about beating him, it was just about, I guess it was because I liked the idea of having the biggest collection in the world. Being a collector, it's important. There are collectors out there, obviously, that have huge collections of whatever it is that they obsess over, like myself. And they choose not to display it or to tell everybody about it, and that is absolutely fine. I'm not like that. I was explaining to somebody today on my Instagram, official Victoria Maclean, that I like to show people my collection because I started getting really into collecting by seeing other collections out there, seeing items out there that I didn't know even existed. For example, my 24 karat gold plated golden snitch puzzle piece, which is one of my favourite official items in my collection. I didn't know that existed until I found a picture of it on Facebook that somebody had posted up, and from then it was my mission to find it. So for me personally, it is about getting my collection out there. It's about showing people what's available. For example, when I was on this morning 3 years ago, a long time ago now, I was asked if I could take some of my collection. Now luckily, as obviously this morning is a very professional TV program, they sent a personal courier to come and collect my items, bag it all up, take it all off, unpack it. Once the show was done, pack it up again, take it all back to the house. While I was there and while I was being interviewed, Amanda Holden's even stated I didn't know half of this stuff existed, and I think Tom Felton said the same thing, so I was on there with Tom Felton. It is lovely to be able to say, yes, these items do exist. They are real. There are companies out there that do them. Sometimes you've got to hunt. There are companies like the Pottery Barn who will not ship to the UK. Because some of their items are amazing. I mean, for example, their golden snitch clock. I mean, come on now. This is stunning. This is made by the Pottery Barn. I think it was about £70 including shipping. Inside is a clock. It is beautiful, absolutely stunning. Now these weren't available to the UK in any way, shape or form. I had to wait for a UK seller to sell theirs brand new, and they did sell it. But wow, this is a Pottery Barn item. This is on my TV. For those of you who've seen lots of pictures of my TV, many times on Harry Potter UK on Facebook, this normally makes an appearance because it's so lovely. And the wings are bendable, so you can have them any way you like, but this is how I have this one. Now, as for collecting and being able to afford your collection, I'm very lucky because I promote for companies such as Warner Brothers, Noble Collections, Cine Replicas, The Carrot Shop, The Two Broomsticks, Valentine's and Miniatures. Oh my goodness, Centopia. Who else do I promote for? I'm really, really, really lucky. I have some fantastic companies that support me and send me items in the post for me to share with you guys. If you saw my Christmas video, I had a fantastic amount of boxes to open on Christmas, for Christmas Day. It was lovely. So I'm very, very lucky these items get sent to me. However, obviously I do buy things. For example, sadly a friend of mine had to sell her collection. Now trust me, I tried to convince her not to and to help, but she's very stubborn. So she had this to sell and I bought it from her at a fantastically higher price than normal, just to give her a bit of help. But it is gorgeous. So this was second hand. You can buy these from the Warner Brothers Studios. They don't sell them online, however, because they are breakable. There's me shaking it and I'm telling you it's breakable. So for those of you who want to collect, the best advice I was ever given is collect what you love. Collect what you want to collect. Don't collect what everyone else is getting, because everybody's getting it, you know. Get what will make you happy. For me, it's almost every single Harry Potter item out there, so it's a little bit tough. But I love it. Every collection starts with just one piece. Mine did. The first Philosopher's Stone book, or shall I say, the first one I bought was the special Smarties paperback edition, which is now worth quite a bit of money, but unfortunately mine is very, very red. So it's been read and read and read, so very much it's definitely devalued that, but it's loved so much that I've just reread it over and over again. So 4 months ago, I started photographing all of my collection. Now, I thought it would take me a couple of weeks. I did it 2 weeks before I was due to start university. I only finished photographing them, I think, the morning of the counting. I have got so many items. Now, this isn't necessarily how many items I have that the Guinness World Record would count, but I actually took photographs of 5,401 items. However, the Guinness World Records are very, very specific with their items that they will include. Now, unfortunately, when you have the information through, when your record is accepted to go ahead with the attempt, you get all this information, which is brilliant, but you don't get much in the way of instruction. You get many rules that obviously you've got to abide by. You get all the evidence that they need, which is fantastic. You get all that information, and they tell you every single individual item that is obviously official, and that's it. That's all they tell you. So it's quite difficult. It would have been far easier and quicker if I'd had an adjudicator from Guinness World Records to come down, but at £7,500 plus VAT for one adjudicator when I needed two, that's a bit steep. Even the one adjudicator was a bit steep. I'm a student, come on now, you know, let's just face it, I'd rather spend the £7,500 plus VAT on Harry Potter items. Oh my god. So yeah, there's a lot of money. That is a hell of a lot of money. That's a bit much. So then I went on the hunt for my two adjudicators that I would need to count my items, spend the entire day with me. Poor people. Come on now. I know, I feel sorry for them too, don't you? They've had two people that I had to choose out of only a very, very, very small range of people. They had to be in the same industry as in the collectible industry and be very well known for what they do within that part. So I was lucky. I had two people that I knew anyway. One obviously was Sean Valentine's Miniatures, who's a very much professional man, and the other one was a pastor who actually sells collectibles for a living. So he was perfect. So I sent all this information off to Guinness World Records. Are these two people okay? Absolutely perfect. Yes, your choices are very much accepted. So we went ahead, we booked the hall, the rugby club, Tonna Rugby Club, who were fantastic and supported me the entire time, and had many, many visitors from the club just to come and see my collection and to bring their kids and grandkids, and everything was lovely. I had 17 hours to put my collection out. The adjudicators came around 10 o'clock in the morning on the Thursday. They spent 2 hours going over my entire collection very, very meticulously, bearing in mind these two had never met before, so I kind of threw them together. I hope they got on because it was 2 hours of, you know, talking together, but they were very professional. They were going through everything that everybody else had done on the internet with collections, with their world record collections. They were checking what was accepted, what wasn't accepted. Luckily, they found more information than I did, because I was really stuck. I didn't know what would be counted. Now, they counted the bare minimum of items that they thought that were allowed, as in the items themselves, not a number. Didn't matter how many number. We didn't even know the number until the very end, because they did it section by section, and then section by section after that, then everything was tallied up. So the bare minimum has been counted. A lot of items were missed because they weren't sure if they were allowed to be included because of what they were. Very, 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 very stressful. I felt very sick towards the end of the counting because I could see the numbers, and to me in my head, because I'm dyslexic, my maths is terrible, so I was really bad. I was really, really nervous. And bless my daughter, she had to film the entire thing. She works in the film industry anyway, so she knew what she was doing. So Monica filmed everything for me. And because you have to, everything has to be sent off. If there's any gaps, if they need to have a drink of water or use the restrooms or blow their nose, for example, it had to be noted in the logbook of what they did, or not what they did, but the camera, for example, if it needed charging, which it did, they needed to have lunch, they needed to have drinks, and so everything then had to be included. And then when Monica needed to go to the bathroom, I had to take over, hold the camera, that had to be included. So it's all been put down, list by list, everything. Now all of that, once it's uploaded to the laptop, gets sent to the Guinness World Records along with the logbook, along with the list of everything in the collection. I think they used the example mugs 6, plates 2, discs, DVDs 5, well in this case 8, there's 8 Harry Potter films, not including Fantastic Beasts obviously, although they were included. So that all gets sent off. I have to have a headed note paper from the pastor. I have to have another letter from him as well, explaining everything. I have to have another letter explaining from Sean Valentine everything. I have to have evidence from the rugby club that I held it there. I have to have any media coverage that I've had, hence the reason why I went to the press in the first place, to show that the record attempt did take place and was real. Any media attention I've had in the past, luckily I have plenty for my collection, so that's fine. So you can see there's a lot of information, kind of like, and all the photos, every single photo that I've uploaded for my collection up until obviously Thursday evening will have to be shipped off. That is a lot of photos. That's a lot of photos. Luckily it's all digital, it all gets uploaded, so it's not like you have to whittle it down into one file, because the file's too big, it won't send. No, it's fine. It gets sent off as it is to the Guinness World Records, it's fine. So you can see why I'm stressed. You can see why this is not an easy task. Plus it took 3.5 months for them to agree to the record, because I wasn't paying £750 if you want to get it done 5 days. And then £350 if you want the result in under 5 days, which I'm hoping I can do. So we're just working out funds at the moment, but I'm really hoping that we can do that, so we can find out sooner. If I don't get it, I'm trying again in the summer, because of the amount of things that I found that I didn't take with me. And I even went, because we left the trunks, my trunks that are in the front room, they all went up as well, and they were left in the hall with bits that weren't included, things that I didn't need. I had duplicates, they went in the trunks. Now when I went to put everything back in the trunks, I found 56 items that should have been included that were in the trunk. You can imagine what I was like. I was so upset. But these mistakes happen. It was fine. It's easily resolved, because I can just go and do it again. Getting a Guinness World Record doesn't cost a thing. Obviously I had to pay for the hall. Well, technically my husband paid for the hall, so that was really sweet of him. He's been very supportive. My daughter filmed everything. You know, I didn't have to pay for anything really apart from the hall, my husband. And it's my choice then to pay the $350 to get the result quicker, only because there's so much riding on this and so many people asking me. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'll get it. As I said, if I don't, and I do it again, you know? Luckily that the hall is right there. It's only up the road from me. And they were so lovely. And I know now what's expected. I know how to do it. So if I need to do it again, I will. So we'll just have to, you know, wait and see. So when I find out, I'm going to announce it on the Harry Potter UK page, as well as on here, probably at the same time. So keep checking back for that. I'm going to try and do a video where I open it, so you'll see whether it's good or whether it's bad. The problem obviously I have is if I have an email from them after I submit all my evidence, if anything needs to be done, if something's missing or they need to have something redone or they need a little bit extra information, then that's, once I've submitted it, that's another 5 days again. So hopefully that won't be the case, because I think I've been pretty thorough with everything. It's just like the evidence now. So I'm going to go to uni tomorrow, print everything off, and drop them off at the places where they need to be filled out. So yeah, in the video when Sean and Steve were going round, they even state that they are not sure if this can be counted, you know, so the Guinness World Records will then say either yes or no, because some of it was quite confusing. And because I'm dyslexic, research on the internet I really struggle with, so I found it hard to kind of research it. It would mean the world to me if I could bring this record home. For me, this would be everything if I could bring it back to the UK. Because it's British, you know, Harry Potter's British, and I just feel like I want to bring it home, and I think I'm the person that can bring it home. So yeah, it means the world to me if I could get it, you know, standing here with a big certificate like that going. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, invite your friends, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Comment down below, what did you think? And also, what would you like me to cover in the future? Until then, I love you all, take care, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.